pressure, Fauster. Flow has been on fire. Flow is on a rampage lately. B Proto Benham came back, putting on a clinic ever since. Gluto has beaten Flow 31 times.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But still, Flow got some victory here and there. They've been playing together since Smash 4 in some cave, in some bars to improve during Weekly back in the day. So they definitely know each other a lot. And you can tell.
Shot.
Look at how Gluto starts strongly. But Flow, getting back from Japan, making such a wonderful run, definitely have kind of a declic, something in his head, you know. But oh la la, Gluto.
Fauster, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Just absolute destruction. Gluto just walking around on the ground. He's not even scared.
No, the thing is, like, it's the toughest opponent for Flow in the World Top 8 because he got such a huge mental advantage. You know, when you've never beaten someone, it definitely gets into your head even before going into the match. So that's a lot for Flow to overcome.
And on the other hand, Gluto just brimming with confidence. He knows I've beaten this guy time and time again. It's not even close. I can dominate him. And as has been said time and time again on every podcast, but especially Twig Talk shoutouts, Gluto with confidence is the best player in the world. And right now,
that's true.
He is overflowing with confidence. I mean, wait, you see that? He just jumps out. He does not care, Fauster.
Oh, and the thing is, like,
he should care a little bit.
The thing is, like, Gluto, to get into top 8, had to beat Past Mage, for instance, Tariq also. Thing is, like, his worst enemy were NKLeot and...
Well, NKLeot.
They're both in losers. Flow, he know him pretty damn well. Stisky, he won a lot of games against him. So if there is a moment in all the UFA history where Glutonny can take it, basically, it is now. And he's definitely building his own confidence to take the tournament and go straight up to win a final.
Yeah, and letting that Wolf rip without a proper setup just shows, he says, I do not need it. I do not need it, and it's proven so far. Flow finding a bit of his footing in the second half of this game. Look at the percentages, right? He's evening it back up. He has a KO, but this should not come to fruition. Gluto closing it out solidly in game number 1.
Yeah, now is the time for Flow to, you know, like, put his punch on the table, basically. You know, like, make a point, make a statement. Let him know that he's not the Flow from the weekly. It's not the Flow that he faced so many times ago. He needs to make a statement. He needs to put that tiny idea into the head of Glutonny that he might lose.
Exactly. It starts with a spark.
Exactly.
And that ignites into the fire that Flow needs to make this victory happen. He's going to stick to his Roy.
Because you talked about it earlier, but Flow definitely got the tunic also. Is working on it since a couple of months, if not much.
And used to be a Toon Link player in Smash 4 too.
Very true. He used it earlier into the tournament. It seems not now against Glutonny.
Not now against Gluto, but we've seen Flow establish a lot of pressure here at the ledge. Look at the way he's respecting Gluto. Very nice, very sharp. Gluto forced the air dash back to ledge, and Flow just kind of getting these small hits. But once Gluto gets in, the damage he does seems insurmountable, and that really is the struggle here. You can get these small hits, you can get these straight hits, but look at the parry, look at the reward when Gluto finally gets his paws on you. It's just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, that's big. That's definitely big. I mean, like, Roy cannot get those.
Wait.
And
I said pause for a reason, Fauster. He's a monster. He's a beast. And right now, that beast has only one instinct: domination.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the thing is, like, as Roy, you're a fast faller. So unfortunately, sometimes if you got hit, you take a lot of combos. And Glutonny is so ready for all the defensive option that Flo can offer, basically. So he's ready to cover them, ready to get those high punish. Already 60%. Good lord.
60% and counting. This is not the situation you want to be in when you're Roy.
Oh,
Jab, nice breakthrough, not a KO, but a huge amount of room in Flo's favor. See how he capitalizes, tries to get these reads, but Gluto so nimble, so elusive here. Cannot imagine the fat man being that floaty, but Flo making quick work of it.
Yeah, and the thing also is, like, Glutonny works so hard in the right matchup because, like, in the US, Cola was such a problem for him. So he worked so hard in that specific matchup. So he's definitely ready now to face any kind of Roy.
Definitely ready. Yeah, I remember after lockdown, the first thing he did was go to the US and face Cola. And ever since, he's been working, and the fruits of his labor are here, and look at how well he's doing against Flo. But Flo, again, stabilizing in the second half of this game. Look at that, finding these hits. Again, they're not really sticking, but he's consistently finding them, and that's a huge improvement. These parries, no longer that rewarding, but that punish, very, very clean by Gluto.
At least the Flo is keeping it a bit more competitive than the previous game, it seems, you know? Like, Glutonny is definitely in the lead. You can't even say in the control of the game, but still, there is some good read that Flo pulled out there. For instance, he got in a perfect control. Can he take the start? Not quite yet, but it's definitely showing great improvements since game one.
And this is not a game in which Gluto can just throw the waft out of the window. Gotta make use of it. Flo establishing a lot of threat here at the center of the stage. Baits Gluto in, but misses the turnaround, and Gluto making great use of that. 26 already. A little bit of extra credit here as death is nearing. Flo setting up so much pressure, looking for that big final hit. The small ones along the way are nice, but it's not gonna cut it against a player like Gluto. You have to be decisive, like you mentioned, Fauster. He has to make a statement here, and this is the moment to make it.
Yeah. And Fernley, if you double jump a bit too much, he can catch you on your landing, and you know how he can be dangerous. Ooh, he was ready for it, but the shield from Flo was good, but no double jump, and he's too far away, too over Glutonny.
And the moment when Flo had to make a statement, he came just short of putting his fist down, of saying, hey, you gotta be scared of me. And Gluto said, no, I don't actually.
No, man.
I don't actually.
I'm sorry, mate.
Domination. I'm sorry, mate. We've been around the block. 31 wins, just to remind you. Gluto looking great, but Flo now showing his cards, playing the Joker, but it's not Joker, it's Toon Link.
So I feel like Toon Link is an interesting choice. It's a floaty character, as you all know, a lot of different projectiles, good range, good combo game also. And the thing is, Wario sometimes struggle against other floaty characters. Like I mean, we saw it against Base Mage, for instance, earlier today. So what do you think about Toon Link?
I think on paper this can be great, but I've seen Gluto play against characters like this before, and his defense is just immaculate. And that's the thing, Toon Link's defense is great, but what if you need to break Wario open? It's going to be hard for Flo. So I think the deciding factor here is going to be the lead. If Gluto has that lead, he can play defense, and it's going to be hard for Flo to open him up. And if he does so at the wrong time, Gluto will counter, and that counter will put a lot of damage on the board. And that's what we're seeing right now, right? As soon as Flo tries to establish some sort of pressure, Glutonny answers, and look at the answer. Look at the damage Gluto is dealing. The early up B to use the bomb, but Gluto just reacts. Cool, calm, collected, and in control.
Oh,
Gluto.
yeah. As you mentioned, one opening, he pressed forward, pushed him. That was too hard. So
exactly.
So we'll see if Flo can manage to calm down the whole scenario, the whole set, but Gluto find those ways. He just sneaked under, find those updates at 80%. My God.
Yeah, he giving himself an applause. We're not even done yet, but Gluto already thinking about that winner's final set. Flow just not getting anything to stick. The grab is gonna get a little bit of damage, but look at that. Gluto just breaks through with the bike. So many reversals on Wario's end. One of the best, if not the best disadvantage in the game. Flow, you have to settle for combo, or you have to focus on combos instead of trying to get this advantage state going, because that's guaranteed. Gluto avoiding a lot of the combo starters though, and now Waft is online. That's gonna be rough for Toon Link.
That's also the thing, like, the more passive you are against Wario, the more Waft you're gonna play around with, basically. So it's definitely it's gonna be tougher and tougher and tougher.
Gluto! He's doing something dastardly with these crawls. He's doing something dastardly with these crawls, and just like that, out of nowhere, the dash attack. What a burst option. Gluto almost there. Just one more stock.
Yeah, it's definitely baiting Flow here and there. That's so hard. I mean, you can feel the...
Not getting the inversion or conversion, but actually Flow on the board here to Toon Link, getting that stock. Again, Fauster, we said it before, it starts with a spark.
It starts with a spark, but can you ignite it? That's the question now. I mean, there's a full waft to ignite, so maybe he can use it as a fuel, but right now, Gluto is ready, going for the offensive, finding the special throw, pushing him off stage, clapping again and again, not letting him land, biting him again. That seems so hard for Flow.
Flow definitely on the back foot here. The up B, the waft whiff, but is it too little too late? 138 on Flow and counting. Has to go low, makes it off the ledge. Gluto is just playing it calm. Look at that, gives so much room to Flow, makes him feel a false sense of security just to turn the situation around. Not quite the KO, but it's all but over here for Flow. The bite will do it, and that is Glutonny with a very solid 3-0.